So bicycling, it's a great activity. Sometimes we can add it into our daily routine if we have a bicycle, sometimes not. The bottom line is remember that bicycling is considered a non-weight bearing exercise. So if you have any ankle or knee problems, this is a good activity for you to do if you don't want to aggravate those problems. And if you can incorporate bicycling into your routine, that would be great. I don't know how safe you guys feel around here. Don't compromise safety ever, but it's something that is a very quick, easy means to get around and may be an option. You can usually tend to get a fairly decent bike for about $100 at Target or Walmart, and then $300 to get a little bit nicer. Can you come in early to work? Maybe just a half an hour, and then do your exercise routine. So don't turn on the computer yet. Don't log into your phone, but come in early, do your exercise routine so you're away from home. Sometimes if we're home, we get cut off in the things we need to do at home. But come in early and get your half-hour exercise routine in. And then just what I did today, park your car a little bit farther. Walk more. The more we walk, the more steps we get, the more activity we get. Bottom line, this can be done not just for work, but anywhere you go. Try and park your car just a little bit farther. Again, don't compromise safety, but if you're at the mall, the grocery store, park it a little bit farther so that you can get in extra activity. And then always, always take the stairs, as long as it's not the Metropolitan Building downtown when you have to go up, 24 flights. But if it's 3 sets of stairs, go ahead and take them. It's the best and quickest way to get your heart rate up. It works your legs, your glutes, and it's a really great way to add activity into your day by taking the stairs. Avoid that elevator unless for some reason you got a lot of stuff and you feel like you may fall or drop something, then elevator's okay. But again, just a really easy way to add an activity. Okay, so now we're going to talk about things we can do at our desk or our workstation. And this is where I'll probably demonstrate a couple of things. The first thing that we want to do is stretch. Stretching is a vital part of an exercise routine. Flexibility is important. It helps with balance as we get older. It helps with being able just to have that full range of motion, just to do life functioning tasks like reach up above our head for something high or bend down and grab something. So what I did was in this packet, we included 6 simple stretches you can do at your desk. And if you look through them, just one, I'll demonstrate one, is called the reach up. So if you sit up tall in your chair, so that would mean sitting up nice and tall, and then you reach one arm up over your head for the ceiling and reach up high. And then the other. And then what you do is you alternate, reaching one and then the other up a little higher. And that adds in more of a side stretch. So that's a good example of one stretch. Another one you can do is the shoulder blade squeeze, where you sit up straight, relax your shoulders down and back, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together, actively squeeze, and then just release down. That's a really good stress reliever as well. Just squeeze and release, and hold it for about 10 seconds. So those are a couple of good stretches, and you can include stretching any time throughout the day. We'll talk about some other really good times to add in stretching. So now we're going to talk about some things we can do to increase strength. First off, if you have a tennis ball or some type of stress ball at home, bring that with you and you can just squeeze it throughout the day, and that will help work strength throughout your hands and your forearms. And this can really help combat something like carpal tunnel, where if we're typing all day long, it helps strengthen the tendons and the ligaments throughout our fingers. Bicep curls can be done with a paperweight or a weighted tape dispenser. Just hold your elbows at your side and come up and down. And if you guys want to, you can even go out and purchase 5-pound dumbbells. Keep them at your desk just with your tennis shoes. Calf raises. Stand behind your chair, go up onto your toes and back down. Very easy way to work your calves, which is the lower part of your legs. If you feel comfortable, you don't have to use support, and you can even do one leg at a time if you want to take it up a notch. If you're on the phone and your phone cord's long enough, stand up while you're on a phone call. Maybe just pace back and forth. The bottom line is we burn more calories standing than we do sitting, and we burn more calories moving than we do standing. So it's just this quick, simple way to get the blood flowing, get their body moving. Shoulder rolls, we can do this at any point in the day. Just roll them back and then switch and do forward. And that's just such a great way to release those muscles where, posture starts to fall, and then we hold our tension in our shoulders. So that's a good activity to do. Here's another thing that I have to demonstrate is writing the alphabet. This is a leg workout. So if you would sit in your chair and you would hold one leg out straight, point your toe, and just start writing the alphabet with your foot. By the time you get to about G or F, you're going to start feeling the burn in that quad. And then switch legs and do it again. So you can do it underneath your desk or just pull your desk out. And that's just a good way to work the front of those thighs. I think I can do it. Okay, wall sits. Wall sits is something that also works our entire lower body. Does everybody know what a wall sit is? It's where you would find a wall, put your back to it, walk your feet out, and just kind of slide down that wall and hold. So I remember doing this in elementary school, and it wasn't very fun. But it is a very quick and efficient way to work our hips, our glutes, our hamstrings, and our quads. The thing with that is you want to make sure that your knee and your ankle are in line, and it doesn't go over past your foot. That can put extra pressure on your knee. I would try maybe holding it for 30 seconds at first, and then either repeating it or trying and holding it for longer. Just getting out of your chair. Sometimes when we get really involved into our work routine, we lose track of time, and we may be sitting for quite a while. So it's important to get up and move around. So if you have an alarm maybe on your phone or on your computer, set that alarm for once an hour to remind you to get up and move around. If you are going to go to the bathroom, can you go to the farthest bathroom rather than the closest, just to get some extra steps? Go to the water fountain on the different floor. Take the stairs. Just an easy way to get some movement around during the day. Just like shoulder rolls, shoulder shrugs, squeeze them up, really actively squeeze, and then release. And you should be able to feel all your knots too when you do that. And then lastly, drink water. It's very important that we always drink enough water every day. Most Americans are dehydrated slightly, so carry a bottle with you. Make sure it's one that is convenient for you. But the more you have it with you, the more likely you are to drink it, because you'll see it and it'll remind you. And a lot of times we confuse being hungry with being thirsty, because our body kind of sends that same signal. We may get a hunger pain, but it may actually be we're just thirsty. So always try and drink a glass of water first. And you can always do the urine test. If your urine is clear to very pale yellow, you're probably hydrated. The darker it gets, the more dehydrated you are. So that's a really easy way of knowing whether or not you're hydrated or not. But don't count. Remember, sometimes if we take vitamins, multivitamins, they come out in our urine and it makes it look kind of neon green. So that wouldn't necessarily be a sign of dehydration. Just kind of acknowledge the fact that, oh, I took a vitamin today, and that may be that. So, but always do the urine test when in doubt.